And so I'm responding, LOL, I run this for free every day. I'm chilling. It's not like I need this. And he goes, we don't need you. Okay, Poindexter. So apparently this person was vexed because I wasn't shielding him. So let's get into it. He said, the tank is buns, bruh. First of all, your name is stupid. What the fuck is that any fucking way? So they say, she's just standing there. And then Lightning Phoenix wasn't doing shit in there any fucking way with his cheap ass. I know. And then I just put LOL. He was referring to the other person that was in the group, and he was saying that they were a better tank. So Mick is a better tank. And then I said, standing there tanking, not dying. So that was my response to him saying, she's just standing there. And then he said, your ass for real. Like, I know he's got like TikTok talk, but I'm just going to say it normally. And I said, are y'all for real? And then he says, pull and shield us. The fuck? And then Lightning Phoenix is going to say, it's simple. Well, bitch, if it's that simple, why the fuck are you on your knees? If it is that simple, me standing there with full aggro and control of the room, that's all that I had to do. So you're right. It is fucking simple. It was simple. And I was simply standing there tanking. What am I supposed to do? This crumb bum says, shield us. Somebody help me with that. Now, I don't know how the fuck y'all are tanking these days, but a bitch is real. I'm still real old school around here. I'm not doing all of that. I don't have no shields for nobody else. I don't know what kind of artifacts y'all got on that be shielding other people. I'm not doing all of that. I'm a tank. That's it. I'm not going to transform into a tank slash healer, a tank slash troll. I'm just a tank. That's it. I'm confused that this person's talking about pull. First of all, when there was nothing to pull in the room. Second of all, shield us. Who the fuck do you think I am as a tank? That I'm supposed to shield the DPS in the room? Are you crazy? What are you smoking, dick? What is he talking about? And then I said, I can just stand there. I don't have to do much. Then he says, either you are a bad tank or lazy. I'm not a bad tank and I'm not lazy. I just was getting tired of the boss not being dead because the damage was low. So they weren't heavy hitters. It was taking too long for the boss to die. So, I mean, I was just hitting like one or two moves, do a little taunt, and then it's like, well, she's still not dead. Like, so I'm standing here. Oh, watch this person go down in the back. Okay, now he's standing outside. So now I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, like, okay. Then somebody else went down. That's one thing that kind of takes me out of the zone when I'm gaming is when people keep dying around me. It's like, all right. That's when I sit back in my chair. I'm like, all right, this is kind of getting boring because y'all keep dying. I don't understand. You're not being able to hold your own in elite content. Because like I said in my previous video, by the time you get to elite content, you should be well rounded and grounded. And I don't know who the fuck told him, but they must have told his stupid ass wrong. I'm not supposed to shield you from shit. And then he says, so you bad, understand. Then he said, DPS then. Mick, can you tank please? I'm trying to figure out why people dying around me is making me a bad tank. Because I was standing there doing what I always do. Get aggro, taunt, break block, lunge. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. DPS attack support roles. When shit ain't going their way, they got to find somebody else to attack. They have to find somebody else to put the heat on so that no one says, well, your damage is ass and this boss should have been dead 15 minutes ago. So the person whose name I can't pronounce, they're calling him Mick, him or her Mick. And I say that they've run with me before. And they have. I've seen them in group with me before. Like just in runs, raid runs or whatever. Like I see them around whenever I go into a group. Especially when it's like late at night, you usually start to run into the same people. And so I've run with that person before. They've run with me enough to where I recognize their name. I recognize their name. When he started saying, Mick, can you tank? Then I looked up and I was like, oh, I've run with that person before. They ain't never had a problem. We always get through the content. And so when I noticed who the person was that he was talking about, I was like, well, they ain't never said nothing about my tanking. And so he says that she said stranger danger. So apparently that person's response was that they didn't know me or they don't know me. They've never run with me. They don't know my tanking or whatever. Because he said that she says stranger danger. Okay, that's fine. I look up and I see Michaela. I have seen their name in my group before. And so they said to me, LOL, I don't think you're bad. I don't know what's happening there. Here's the thing. It's the way Michaela didn't say anything in the instance, but then they're going to send me a personal tale. That's, again, another thing that I was talking about in my video. Why y'all don't be saying nothing? If Michaela felt like, I don't think you're bad, then he or she should have said something in the group chat instead of letting Fuhad go hard on me in the chat talking about I'm a lazy, bad tank. I'm just standing there and somebody else tanks better than you. This fuck nigga came out of nowhere with all of this beef because he couldn't stand on his own 2 feet and because his damage was ass. So now all of a sudden I'm a bad tank because he's a shitty DPS. So Michaela says nothing. We don't see Michaela say anything. But then it's like, let me go into the tail and just send her a tail so she don't think. It's like, well, girl, you really could have kept that because why didn't you speak up in the group chat? Because for me, I've already told y'all in previous videos that I don't play that bullying shit. If somebody's in the group chat getting busy and they, somebody getting bullied and picked on and they really like by themselves, it's like, okay, listen, this is what we not gonna do. Don't do them like that. I think they're doing fine. I've said in instances before, don't kick them. They need this content. Let them stay. It's fine. I've always spoken up for people on this game. But when it's time for somebody to speak the fuck up for me, ain't nobody ever got nothing to say. You want to try to wait and send a bitch a personal tale. You really should have spoke up in that moment like it's not her, it's y'all. That's what I would have done. I'm definitely not about to just go along to get along. That is not who I am. That is not of my personality. But that's just me. That's me in real life. Look how far away she is, and I still was able to break block her. I'm not chasing Harley. Look, look how I broke block her from way over here. Look at the distance. Look at that. Look, look at that. I ain't moved yet, but I'm definitely on Harley ass. Look, on her ass. I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. I know what the fuck I'm doing on this fucking game. Quit playing with me. Quit fucking playing with me. You little hoes is not about to try to gaslight me into thinking that I'm a bad, lazy tank. Nigga, fuck you. You don't know me. The fuck out of here with that. You can't hold your own as a DPS, so you want to try to shift the blame on somebody else. Oh, the tank is bad. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Instead of sitting in the content, bitching and complaining like a hoe, just leave if you're having a hard time. Because, like I've said before, I don't have a hard time as a tank. I don't have a hard time getting aggro. I don't have a hard time self healing and keeping myself alive. So I don't know what everybody else got going on, but Rabbit ain't having a hard time. So if you're ever in an instance with me and you're having a hard time, it's because you're having a hard time. It has nothing to do with me.